Hi, my name is Justin, and this is my Slug story. So, I think I learned a lot when I was 17, from depression to happiness, friendships and love, to even who I am and what I cared about most. And the reason why I'm here today is because of what I went through this year of my life. So, the hardest thing that, for me to explain is what it's like to be depressed, since everyone could say that they've been down or that they've been sad before, but sometimes it's worse than that. And although I can't really pinpoint where it started, it did affect me the most during this time of my life. And to me, depression has always been an overwhelming sense of loneliness. That even though I know I have friends that care about me and that I can go to them when I'm sad, they really don't know what I'm feeling. And I've lost friends to suicide. Friends who I never thought were going through the pain that they were going through. And I think that's one of the worst parts about it, that you're not able to tell what others are feeling or what they're going through. Which is why music has become such a huge part of my life. It allows me to express the emotions that I've been feeling and help cope with the problems that I deal with. And whether it be listening to Streetlights by Kanye West or Self Control by Frank Ocean, I can feel a sense of calm as I hear my worries and troubles be expressed in a beautiful way. And it doesn't really cure the sadness, but it does help keep it at bay. So maybe I think that's why I decided to go so far away from my home in SoCal. It's to see if I could find my own happiness and I can get away from this kind of sadness or depression. And, on my own terms without retreating behind friends or behind music. I also learned a lot about relationships. um, I've dated a lot, but it's always been hard for me to develop a strong connection with any girl I've dated. I think that's mainly because I always saw it as it being too early to take anything seriously. Until one day I met this girl I fell for, like hard. I fell for her hard. We spent every night on the phone talking to each other and every day doing things together, and I can honestly say she's the first girl I really ever did fall for. And for a good while, I was happy. But things come to an end, and relationships come and go. And I think what stung the most was how much I realized that it was really lonely afterwards. I can't speak English. Wow, look at that. I really can't. Um, what stung the most was realizing how lonely I felt afterwards and how much free time I had during the day without her, or how quiet it was during the night. And it wasn't like I had friends I could hang out with or talk to. It's just I only wanted to talk with her, right? But of course, that's not the right thing to do. And after a while, after we broke up, we stopped talking, and she had sent me a song in the middle of the night one time called Love, Love, Love by Of Monsters and Men, and said that she cried listening to the song after we broke up, and that she wanted me to understand her side of our breakup and try to realize how much I hurt her. And I think this song really described her pain a lot, and it did. It really did. It made me realize how much I relied on someone else for happiness and how I ended up hurting her for my own selfish reasons. So since then, I've tried to mature, to be happy by myself and not hurt others by mistake. There are times at night, though, when I hear the song and I kind of just fall apart. And I think now I kind of understand why a lot better. And I think it's because, for me, one of the hardest things that I tend to take really emotionally is missing the people I've lost and past friendships and relationships. Being so close to someone and then just losing them, whether it be due to different values or lifestyles or to arguments, is something that I've always had the most trouble dealing with. Especially with the girl that I fell in love with. To see her around at school or during our friend hangouts and act like strangers to each other always hurt me, and I think the song she sent me described it perfectly, where it said, "These fingertips will never run through your skin, and those bright blue eyes can only meet mine across a room filled with people that are less important than you." I actually can't sing, so I'm not singing that. But the the inevitable thing is that people grow apart, and that one day they'll just be a memory, and that's what hurts me the most. That the one person will always be important to me, but to them I just might be a good memory. And it doesn't even have to be relationships either. My childhood friends that I went through junior high and high school with, we rarely even talk anymore, and it's not that we had an argument or that we disagreed. It's just they didn't understand a lot about how I valued things or my own ideals and my own ideas, and we just stopped talking. We just weren't really as close as we used to be ever since then. So I guess sometimes we all just end up as strangers. So really, I think I'm just trying to leave my old life behind and start anew. Be another stranger and see if I can do something different this time. To be more active and happy with myself and the people around me. So why am I here? Um, well, I think it's because of all of that. I had to get away from my past troubles and my sadness, and I had to become more independent in my life and live for myself and not rely on friends and relationships. Maybe it's to run away from who I was before, and to me, UCSC was a fresh start. It was a shot at something new, or a shot at redemption. Please tell me that was over. Thank God. I'm not redoing it.